Okay, you guys. So, Team Hustle and Heart Monday Night Zoom. I hope everyone is having a really good week. I hope everyone is stoked for conference. Starts on Friday. I am literally so excited. Obviously, just like a smidgen less excited than I would be if we were all flying to Florida this week to actually hug all of you and be together with all of you. But excited nonetheless, and really want to encourage you guys. If you have your conference ticket and you're not in our conference chat yet, let me know. If you don't have your conference ticket yet and you want to get one, they're only $22.25 with my discount code, which is crazy amazing. And then you get, you can have access for up to 72 hours because I know we have quite a few people who they have work or they have school or they have kids, whatever. So you'll be able to watch for up to 72 hours after. So if you don't have your conference ticket yet, reach out to me, reach out to your upline. We'll make sure that you get one. And then the pick 2, pick 3 sale is still going on. Make sure that you are reaching out to people about this, talking to people about this. There's a whole bunch of products that are on that sale. And on that same note, with the pick 1, I'm sorry, Sharif, I said ask to unmute and I didn't mean to do that. If you have not downloaded and figured out how to use the Boards app, this is a new tool, a brand new tool. And please believe you me, after 5.5 years, I am very set in my ways. I've been using text replacement for 5.5 years. I was nervous to download a brand new app and try to figure out how to use it, but it is amazing. And what it's going to be able to do is create duplication. And we're going to talk a little bit about that when I talk about the KPIs, but what I mean by duplication is every single one of you will have exactly what I say on your phone. And then every single new distributor that you bring onto the team will have exactly the words that we all say on their phone. And so this just creates synchronicity. This creates no room for, I don't know what to say. It's all there. It's all at the tips of your fingers. And so it's a really, really incredible tool. So if you're having issues with boards, if you don't know how to work it, the idea is that it's literally just, you tap it, you guys. I will try to pull it up. You literally just, it's on your keyboards. Here's my regular keyboard. I tap this little world icon. Boom. All of my scripts, you guys, all of them. All of the scripts. And then I just tap it and it pops out. So if you're still having to copy and paste, if you're having to type it out, like it's not set up correctly. I've had a few people be like, yeah, it's great, but I still have to type it out. Then it is not set up correctly. And let's make sure that we get that set up for you. I know Tiani was having issues earlier. So if you have Android, hopefully she can help you figure out what she had to do to make it work. And Tiani, I may be asking you for to type up an instruction. Yeah, totally. So anyways, you guys, those were just a few mod admin type things. Let's talk about KPIs. Let's talk about doing your daily tasks. So KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator. I also called these IPAs for a long time, but then people always thought I was talking about beer. So income producing activities, it's the same thing. KPI, Key Performance Indicators. These are the key things that doing them every day, over time, you will find success in your business. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about this, you guys. And I know that can be hard when you're brand new to wrap your head around. Speaking of, quite a few people have their cameras on. If you don't have your camera on, if you're not naked or driving, can you turn your camera on? Because I would love to see you. And I haven't showered in 3 days, so there's no judgment here. So the reason that we have the KPIs is so that you know, I follow this recipe, I get these results. We are very much so taught that we live in this world where it works out for some people and it doesn't work out for other people. Some things work for these people and some things do not work for these people. And I am here to share with you completely candidly that if doing this list of 10 things every single day for 5.5 years can bring me to triple diamond, you can make an extra $500 a month doing this list every single day. There is no magical fairy wand, pixie dust message that I have saved on my phone that I'm not sharing with you guys. No, you guys, I send the same messages. We have the same scripts. It's the same products. Our websites look exactly the same. We're selling the same products for the same prices. The difference is in your mindset and your consistency. So today we're going to talk about consistency. Today we're going to talk about KPIs. This chart is in the team page. If you search letters KPI in the team page, you will find it, and you can put it on your phone or you can print it out like I have it here. So let's talk about the 10 things that are on this list. Number 1, it says show yourself with an exclamation point. This is like, we're just going to start off. Tyler just started singing Frozen behind me. That's how you know it's good. Frozen 2 to be exact. But the reason it says show yourself with an exclamation point is because every day, in some way, your face should be on social media. Whether this is a picture of you, a video of you, a live, a TikTok, a reel. There's so many options here. You can pre-record a video and put it in your story. I understand that it's scary, you guys. I did not come into this business just getting on Facebook Live. We didn't even have Facebook Live when I started my business, okay? But every day in some capacity, you should be showing your face, your voice to your social media. Anyone want to guess why this is important? Anybody want to take a stab at it? Because people are skeptical. Because people are skeptical. You're talking to them on the internet. They don't know if you're real or not unless you show them that you're real or not. If I go to your profile and I do not know what you look like, what is the chances of me ordering from you or joining your team? Very, very small. Very, very small. Now, I know that there are, to show you are a real person. Now, I know there are some people, I have a girl who, for religious and family reasons, doesn't post that many pictures of herself. There are still things you can do to show you are a real person. You can make your product.
I said, do you have a drink?
At you. You can take videos of your pets, or if you're outside on a walk, you can still do voiceovers on your videos so that people can hear your voice. And then obviously this is like separate from your KPIs, but if you're really having an issue with people believing you, send a voice message. It's not going to kill you. I promise you, you will not die from sending a voice message, and they will hear your voice and they will know, okay, this is a real person on the other side, like on the other side of this phone conversation. So show yourself every single day in some capacity. Second thing on this list, you guys, post about your story / a life post. And what this means is every day in some way, whether it be a post on your Facebook and Instagram or in your stories, you are sharing about why you are doing this business. Why are you doing this business? You guys can give me a little snippet in the chat if you want to. Why are you doing this business? This is why you need to share it, because people care so little about what you're doing and care so much about why you are doing it. Why are you doing this? Do you have a family? Are you in school? You need to pay off debt? You want to travel? You like a bougie lifestyle? You want to have nice things? Like, people need something to relate to. If they're going to join your team, yeah, to live your best life, be posting that inspirational stuff, to break out of my comfort zone, to prove myself that I can, to have more confidence. How many people on your timeline want that? They want to have more confidence. They want to feel better. They want to prove to themselves they could do something different. And you are going to inspire them by sharing your journey. Now, a life post can literally be like, I'm sure if any of you follow me on Facebook, you know, can be like 7 paragraphs about why you're doing this business. Or it can literally be, I'm so grateful I get to sit on the couch with my kids and make an extra income. I'm so grateful that I can make a little extra income on my lunch breaks on my phone so I don't have to go get a second job. I'm so grateful that Marissa's getting married. We get to pay for our wedding with the money I'm making from my phone. You know, there's so many different ways that you can phrase this. You know why Vanessa needs a new house. You're gonna be talking about that house every day until it happens, girlfriend. So this is what I mean, sharing your story. So you're showing yourself, you're sharing why you're doing this. The third thing on this list is sharing corporate approved results. As much as people care what it is, they just want to know what it does. They just want to know what it does. When somebody asks you, well, what is it? They want, you send them the little product description, but they want to see what it does because they want to see what it can do for them. So in the boards app, in several different places, we have before and after pictures already stuck in there for you. In the post ideas page, we also have an album full of before and after pictures. And then when I say share corporate approved results, that can be in your story or on your Facebook. Okay, so you can just post it on your Facebook or you can put it in your stories. My little routine is to make my coffee in my story while I'm talking to the camera, cross off my show yourself, and then immediately after I add story slides with before and afters with the coffee. Results pictures done. I can share more throughout the day, and I usually do. I've knocked out 2 things off of my 10 thing list in the first 15 minutes that I'm awake. Right? It's like I'm about efficiency. Like I want to get this stuff crossed off so that I can move on with the rest of my day. So the 4th thing is message 50 to 100 people. Now, I want to be very honest with you guys. We're going to get to host a post, and I have about 7 different trainings on host a post, and I know that there are people who are struggling with host a post, but there are days where I don't even get to messaging because my host a posts are blowing up so much. And if this is you, don't stress, like I didn't get out 50 messages today. Make this more of a, I want to have, me and Jillian, I don't know if Jillian's on here, we were talking about instead of having it be messages, have it be conversations. The reason that the 4th thing on this list is messaging 50 to 100 people is because you want to be starting and having these conversations with 5 to 10 new people every single day. So 5 to 10 new people every single day that you are having conversations with about the products, about the business. The 3rd one was sharing approved results photos. Saw that question in. So messaging 50 to 100 people about the products, about the business, or about post to post. Now, we used to send a lot more messages than this, and I do not want any of you to think for 1 second that I'm out here asking you to send 100, 200, 250 cold messages a day. Okay, been there, honestly did that for many years. And yes, I got customers from it. I did. Yes, I got distributors from it. I did. But it took a lot of effort and it took a lot of time for not very good results. Does that mean you should never reach out to anyone ever? Absolutely not. People are, excuse my language, chicken shits. They're not going to message you first. They're going to see what you're doing. They're going to be interested and they're never going to message you. You're going to be like, I'm scared. I can't do it. I'm not going to. What if it's a scam? You hit them up and you're like, hey, blah, 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 got this giveaway. They're like, oh my God, she's a real person. I was interested. You know how many, I messaged a girl today and I was like, blah, 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 giveaway. And she was like, yeah. Also, I've been watching you. I want to order some product. And now she's ordering like 7 things tomorrow. But I didn't even message her about the products, but she's been watching my posts because I'm very consistent with my posting. And now she's going to order products. So I reach out about host to post. That's kind of my go-to. On Instagram, I reach out a lot about the business because that's the point that I'm at in my business where I'm always looking for new people to join the team. Obviously, if you're in your first 30 days of business, your goal is customers. You should be reaching out for customers and for host to post, but it's never too early. And obviously, if you're out of your first 30 days, then distributors should be your goal and should be your focus. The customers will come. If you're doing the posts and you're doing the stories and you're doing the results pictures and you're doing your follow-ups and you're doing all these things, the customers will come in. Distributors should be your focus. So messaging 50 to 100 people, if that stresses you out, change it to gaining 5 to 10 new potentials every single day. Potential customers or potential distributors. Me and Jillian were having this conversation today and we were talking about if you get 10 new potentials every single day, that's 300 new people that you've talked to at the end of the month. That is a significant amount of people. Some of those people will enroll this month. Some of these people will enroll in a few weeks. Some of these people will enroll in a few months, and if you're like me, some of them will enroll in a few years, but they will sign up, you guys, they will, as long as you're consistent and you're getting their name in your planner and you're following up, which is one of the things on this list. So the next thing on the list, number 5, is following 150. Now, again, for a lot of our new people, you're like, 150? You're like, holy guacamole, that's so many. Some of these people add me through host to post, and I count that. If I gain 25, 30 friends from doing host to post one day, I'm adding that to this. Also, those of us who've been in the business for a while, I also have to unfollow people and unfriend people in order to keep my social media accounts flowing. So if you're one of those people who's like me and you're unfriending or unfollowing, you can count that toward this number also. So don't stress yourself out thinking, oh my God, I have to send out 150 friend requests on Facebook. Send out like 50 friend requests on Facebook, request like 50 new people on Instagram, and then like unfollow / gain from host to post 50 more people. And then it's not going to be so overwhelming. So you can add people on Facebook, not go through people you may know. Don't do it. You'll get a bunch of people who are in network marketing or people from your hometown. And that's honestly, there might be some people from your hometown that sign up, but that's not who you're trying to reach. That's not going to help you actually genuinely expand your network. So you can add people from groups. Add people from groups. Don't post in groups. They don't like it. They will kick you out. But if you add people from groups on Facebook of things you have in common, a mom group. Before I was a mom, I was in a lot of beauty groups. There's like groups for recipes. There's probably a group for your area. Now, when I say don't add people from your hometown, what I really don't mean is don't keep adding people from your hometown, which is what you're going to find in people you may know. If you're in an area group, like I live near Sacramento, California, which is the capital, and there's like a buy-sell trade group in Sacramento, I might add some people from there. But if there was like a Placerville, which is like the teeny tiny town that I'm from, buy-sell trade group, I'm not going to add people from there. I know everybody who lives there. I don't need, and if I don't know you, I don't need to know you. I have like a world of people. Does that make sense, you guys? I'm not trying to cut anybody off. I just think that the more people that you can get from other areas to expand, the more your business is going to expand. And then on Instagram, I just follow. So open up my Instagram and sorry, I'm loading it. So this is Tiani's post. So I'm not actually going to friend people because they're Tiani's friends. But for example, you would come across this post and be like, wow, this girl's really cute and she's a mom. We have so much in common. I'm going to click like. And I'm going to follow all the girls who liked her post. And I'm going to do that 50 times. I'm going to go through my news feed. I'm going to go through and do that 50 times. And that's how I'm going to add 50 new people on Instagram. Okay. I know I'm moving a little fast. This is recorded and you can also message me or your upline for anything. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to add people on social media that you already see every day because you already see them every day. And also, like, how many of you have I enrolled onto my team, or like you've been enrolled by somebody who I enrolled onto our team? Marissa lives in Minnesota. Crystal lives in Washington. She enrolled Mariah. Like, there are so many people on here who do not live near where we enrolled, where I live, like, at all. So that's the other thing you have to keep in mind is like expanding. So the 6th thing, we're getting there, you guys. Keep dropping questions, by the way, and I will make sure that I go back through and that I answer any questions that people are dropping. So the 6th thing is interacting on 25 posts. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Make sure every single day, whether it's a Facebook post or a Facebook story or an Instagram story, you are genuinely interacting with 25 people. Now, it always sounds a little funny to me to say to genuinely do anything that's on a business checklist, but it is genuine. You should find things that you can really like, oh my gosh, your baby's so cute. How old are they? Because like you have kids too. Or you're going through somebody's Instagram stories and they made a meal that looks bomb. Oh my God, that looks so good. Can you send me the recipe? You should genuinely mean it. And if you can't find 25 people on your social media to genuinely connect with, you're not adding the right people. And then that's something, again, like go back to your upline. Let's figure out where you're adding these people from. Let's make sure you're adding people who you actually have things in common with so that you can actually connect with them in a genuine way, right? And like I said, that can be a Facebook post, that can be Instagram stories, that can be Facebook stories, whatever. So the next two on the list are our mindset work, you guys, our mindset work. It breaks my heart when I see this list all filled out, but we're missing these two boxes. Because the truth of the matter is that if you do every single other thing on this list, but you are not doing your journaling / affirmations, and you're not doing your personal development, your paycheck and your business is probably not going to grow. Or maybe it'll grow a little bit, or maybe it'll grow a lot, but you will snap right back to the place you were before. And I tell you this from genuine experience of like, I promoted to Emerald in my first 7 months without doing any personal development of any kind. And 3 months later, I was back getting paid as an executive with one person working on my team because I wasn't developing myself. I wasn't being positive. I wasn't focusing on the right things. And during that time in my business, when I was making $180 and I had one person working on my team, I made a huge mindset shift. Every single day, I was telling myself, I'm a great leader. I'm a diamond. I was encouraging myself. I stopped listening to and talking to people who were not encouraging me. Now, I know this can be difficult when it's literally friends and family. So we can nicely ask people who are being negative about our goals and dreams. If you can't say something nice, please don't say anything at all. I won't talk about it with you. If you agree not to talk about it badly with me, right? It doesn't have to be this big blow up. It can just say, if you don't have anything nice to say about this, then we just won't talk about it, you and I. And then come into this group. There is 25 people on this Zoom right now, and every single one of us wants connection with positive people. Find somebody on this team who you can talk to, who you can be friends with, who wants the same things as you, who joined at the same time as you, who you can connect with and be inspired by. If I'm your upline, reach out to me. If someone else enrolled you, reach out to them. That is what we are here for, is to be that encouragement for you. A little bit off topic, but here we are. Every single day, you need to be saying these affirmations to yourself and journaling. There are so many examples of affirmations. You guys go on Pinterest and search affirmations. Affirmations for business success, affirmations for successful people. I have a few on my phone that I absolutely love, and I'm happy to send them to anybody who wants them. And this one just says, I choose, and then it has a bunch of things, you guys. It says, I choose to be happy. I choose love. I choose what I become. I choose to accept things out of my control. I choose courage. I choose to release doubt. All of these beautiful things, you guys, that it feels so good to say and feels so good to radiate yourself in. And so you should be saying them out loud, no matter how silly you feel, every single day, even if you don't believe them the first few times you go through and say them. Now, and that same thing is journaling. And if you really are just like sincerely uncomfortable saying your affirmations out loud, you can write them. Writing them out is totally fine too. The other thing with the journaling though, is that you can journal about different things. It doesn't have to just be affirmations. You also don't have to write like 2 pages a day, you guys. Sometimes my journal entries are like this long, but they're positive. I'm talking about my dreams as if they're in the present tense. I'm journaling through the things that maybe I woke up feeling anxious about. Nobody's joined my team in a while. I'm feeling anxious about, I don't know if anybody wants this. No one's responding to me. And so in response to that, when I sit down to journal today, I'm going to write, so many people want to order products from me today. So many people want to join my team today. I'm so excited about this business that I'm building. I'm so excited to enroll 10 customers, 20 customers, 50 customers into my team this month. And you write it out as if it's already happened, not I hope it happens. I'm so excited now that blank, and you put your goal there. So that's journaling / affirmations. And it sounds so woo-woo, you guys. It sounds so crazy. You're like, okay, Hope, like whatever. No, seriously, please do it for like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and tell me how your life changes. It's been life-changing for me. So then the next thing is personal development. And this goes hand in hand with journaling and affirmations, but I really mean it. You guys drop some emojis or a 1 in the chat if you listen to music every single day. If you listen to music every single day, drop something in the chat for me, a 1, an emoji, whatever. Or if like your kids spend time watching children's shows, I could drop some emojis in that because we watch too much Cocomelon at my house. Macy's like, yes, Cocomelon, the worst. Yes. So if you have periods of time where your kids are watching television or you are listening to music, you have 30 minutes of time to listen to a podcast, which is free, listen to YouTube videos, which are free, or download and listen to an audiobook, which I have access to a bunch of free ones. I'm not supposed to say that, but I have access to a bunch of free ones. So if you need an audiobook to listen to, please hit me up. So you have 30 minutes of time to put some positivity into your brain. Believe you me, Taylor Swift's new album has been on repeat in my earbuds, but I also am listening to Beach Money. I also am listening to It Takes What It Takes. I'm also listening to podcasts. I put out a new podcast this morning in case anyone's interested in listening to my podcast, Shameless Self-Promotion. You have the time to put positivity and structure and good stuff into your brain. Personal development is going to be a little different for everyone. What floats my boat may not float yours. There are people who love sermons and devotionals and church services, and that's bomb. If that's what fills you up and fires you up, you keep listening to that. There are podcasts for all kinds of things. This should be and can be business development, but it's also just life development. The first personal development book that I ever listened to was You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, and she swears, so if you don't like a little cussing, then don't listen to that one. But it lit me up inside, you guys. It was the first time I had ever read a book that was talking about how I was powerful and my thoughts mattered and I could do anything I set my mind to. It was holding me accountable for the things that I had not done or done too much of or whatever. And it literally, I listened to You Are a Badass and 6 months later I went diamond. Like, I'm not even joking you. Obviously there was work involved, but the mindset switch that it gave me was incredible also. So 30 minutes of personal development every single day. We're coming to the end. I'm going to go through and read some questions, I think, while we're going here. So anybody having issues with boards, please let us know. Having trouble with host to post, we're going to talk about host to post next. Having trouble with host to post, yeah. Your business is only as good as your mindset, absolutely. Natasha just joined 3 weeks ago. If anybody wants a beginner buddy, let me know. Yeah, yep. And then everyone was listening to music or something. I know every word to every Cocomelon song. Michaela, you're my people. Pam's podcast is amazing. The Pam Sauter podcast is absolutely amazing. Or instead of Netflix. You are correct, Marissa. That was the only thing I didn't mention. Anybody who's been binge watching Bridgerton, you can fit in 30 minutes of personal development into your life. That doesn't mean that you should never listen to music again. You should never watch Netflix again. It just means take 30 minutes of the time you're already using to consume information and content and make it positive content that's gonna grow your brain. There are so many books and audiobooks, Macy. I have a list. I'll just put it in the Boom chat when we're done. So many things. Lisa is having troubles with boards. Let's figure it out. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Ali just sent it. There's a bunch of books, podcasts, and YouTube videos that you can search in the chat right there for you. It Takes What It Takes is another really good one. I don't think it's on that list, but it's one of my new top books. I listened to it last year. So, okay, you guys, let's move on to host to post. Now, like I said at the beginning of this Zoom, I have about 7 trainings on host to post. There's one on my YouTube. There's one in our team page. I have an entire host to post training flow that I can send you. But at the end of the day, one of the things, I was working with another newer woman. She just got out of her first 30 days and she said, I've been scared to host to post. It hasn't really been working for me. It hasn't really blah, blah, blah. And we talked a lot about sort of what leads up to getting up host to post as being the key to getting up a lot of host to post. So if you want to know exactly how I do host to post, there's a video on my YouTube. If you're on our team, you can search the word host in our team page and watch the video that I made with all my scripts. If you have the boards, you literally have every single script that I use to go through my entire host to post flow. But what I want to talk about in terms of getting up 10 plus host to posts every day, which should be your goal, is outside of your host to posts on Facebook. I don't really do Instagram host to post very much. So if anybody asks me about that, I don't really know. We need to do a Zoom with Surrey Alcantara because she does them all the time. I don't. I maybe get up like 3 or 4 Instagram host to post in an entire month. I mostly do Facebook. But outside of doing the host to post and doing the messages and all of the things, you should be posting genuine, authentic content, and you should be posting interactive content. And by interactive, I mean ask a question. This morning I asked where everyone gets their black leggings at, and I got 88 comments. 88 comments of people telling me where they shop for their leggings. Now, I really do need to buy some new leggings because mine are all getting holes in them because hello 2020, I literally wore nothing but leggings. But that being said, that's 88 people who like they're commenting and they know I'm a real person and they're helping me and they wanted to give their input. And now tomorrow when I'm posting about the products or when I'm posting about the giveaway, they're going to see my post. They may not comment on it. They may not like it. But they're going to see it. And I know they're seeing my stuff because they're commenting on a post about leggings, right? So there's so many different versions of this, you guys. You can go to my Facebook and take any of the interactive posts that you see, okay? I did one the other day where I was like, you have to get rid of one. And it was like strawberries, bananas, watermelon, or pineapple. And there were so many people who were like, no, I can't choose. Ew, watermelon. Like they were all wanting to say, people love to give their opinions, you guys. This sounds so weird. You're like, this isn't really training. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is how I get up so many host to post because you know what I do? Every other day I post something funny or something interactive. And then once a week, I post something that says, like on Friday, I did a post that says, Marissa, I asked how many pillows everyone uses. That's a great one. That's a great one. Everyone's like, I use 2. I only need 1. I need 1.5. Like they want you to know how many pillows they want because people want to tell you everything about them. Every other day, I'm posting something interactive. And then once a week, I post something like I posted on Friday that says, all right, y'all, drop what your phone battery percentage is at, and I'll message you to enter my $500 cash giveaway, 2 winners, no purchase necessary. 250 comments of people just telling me what their phone battery percentage is at. So now that is 250 people I'm going to turn around and message them and say, hey, saw your comment. All you have to do to enter is make a post for me. Sound good? They say sound good. I give them a giveaway post. So they're already my friend. They're making a post about the giveaway. All of these scripts are in the boards, by the way. There's nothing magical. I don't use anything different than what I've given all of you. They make a post that says, hey, everyone, my friend Hope is giving away $500 to 2 people on the 1st who could use some extra cash. Drop your favorite color. So now their friend Ashley comments pink. So then I comment back to Ashley and I'm saying, okay, DM me entry. Send me a friend request and DM me entry. She's friending requesting me, which takes care of some of my growing my audience because she's requesting me. And then she's DMing me. I'm asking her to put up a post. Ashley is putting up a post about the coffee. See, so we got giveaway posts and then we have product posts so that I find people who are interested in the products. And then Ashley puts up this post about the coffee and her friend Becky comments. And so then I'm friend requesting Becky and talking to her about the coffee. And then I'm following up with all of them about becoming a distributor because if they're interested in earning money and they're willing to post on social media, they're probably interested in wealthy. So that's my basic flow, you guys. I spend so much time doing interactive things and being interactive that when I put up a bait post, we call them a bait post, drop your phone battery percent, do you have tattoos, yes or no, tell me what year you graduated from high school, and I will message you to enter into my giveaway. They don't know necessarily even the difference between the just regular interactive posts that I'm doing all week long and then the bait post. And so then I'm getting all of these comments, I'm messaging these people. Half of them don't respond, y'all. Half of those 250 comments won't even respond to me. Another half may or may not make the post. You know, maybe 50 to 75% of them actually make the post. And then about half of those will actually get comments, right? So it's not that it's not magical. Every single person puts up a post for me. No, every single post that gets put up for me gets comments. No, I'm just getting up 100 plus host to posts every single week. I have days where I get up 2, y'all. I have days where I get up 2. I also have days where I get up like 40 in one day right after I made a bait post because the flow just is rocking and rolling. So if getting up 10 every single day just seems like the most daunting thing you've heard in a hot minute, make it 50 in a week. I need to get up 50 host to posts this week. It's about 10 a day for 5 days. If tomorrow you have a crappy day, you try again on Wednesday, try again on Thursday, you know? And then once you're comfortably getting up 50, then make it 75. That's a little more than 10 a day, you know? And so now that I'm at this point in my business where I'm consistently getting them, now I feel comfortable saying, okay, my goal is 100 a week. My goal is, you know, even bigger than that. So for those of you that are still, you're like, Hope, I'm doing all of that. You're like, I'm doing all of that. I'm doing the interactive posts. I'm being personal. I'm still struggling. Let's talk one-on-one. I saw a couple of comments. Let's talk one-on-one. I know I owe a couple of you coaching calls. And let's get to the root of like your routine and your consistency, because just like everything else, you can't just do it for one day and then be like, nobody's putting up any posts for me. It's something you do consistently. And then I do message for it a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And I will get up posts that way as well. Yeah, and that's Amy. That's the other thing Amy was saying. And I know Hannah Martinez isn't on here, but that's what she was saying. You know, the first 3 or 4 days that she was doing this, the interactive and the messaging and bait posts and all the things, nothing happened. And then her 40th or 50th host to post, she put up, and it was a giveaway post, and she got like 50 comments. And that just all of a sudden there was all of these 50 people, and she added them to her Facebook, and then they all made product posts. And then the next time she made a bait post, all of these new people were on her wall, and then they made a giveaway post, and then they were all making giveaway posts for her. So you have to allow it the time to create the flow. And I know for some of you, like it's still a struggle bus, even though you know all of those things. So connect with me. Let's figure out what the hiccup is, where we can get better. Maybe you need to just focus on adding new people. Maybe you just need to focus on being super, super interactive every single day for the next few days, and we'll figure it out. So the last thing on this KPI list, y'all, I feel like I've been talking y'all's ears off. Is anyone tired of hearing me talk yet? My husband just said no, so that's nice. So the last thing on our KPI list is the follow-up. The follow-up. I promise you, as much as I said, the journaling and the personal development is what is going to define, what you reap. The follow-up is what you reap. You can sow and sow and sow and sow and sow your seeds. And if you are not following up, you will not reap your harvest, friend, because the follow-up is where everybody says yes. Not immediately, not all at once, but every single day. If you're going back to that fourth task that says every single day, you're talking to 5 to 10 new people every single day. And every once in a while, one of those people will sign on the spot. And you'll be like, yes, I just signed that person. I talked to them this morning. But most of the time, they're going to need to wait till Friday. They're going to need to wait till the 1st. They're going to tell you, let me think about it. They're going to do that because we're people. We're people. Did anyone on here sign up with the person who enrolled them the very first time they talked to them, the very first time they saw them on social media? Angelica, you are on my team, girlfriend. You belong here, and I'm happy to have you, and I'm glad that you're here. Jenna, you are a unicorn. Where are you? You are a magical unicorn, and we can all pray for more Jennas in our lives, but most of the time, the second time, but watched for a year. Yeah, see. So
I want to kind of on that situation. So she was a customer with someone else before she even joined the team with us.
So that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, Jenna. But you knew the product line. So for me, for somebody like me, it was like I had no idea what these products were. I had no idea if this business was legit, and it took me like a while to like decide and like figure out and just really remembering also, and this is something that I have really embraced, is you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And what I really mean by that is, even if you feel like you have no freaking clue what you're talking about, if you're excited and you're talking to the right person, they're gonna sign up. The girl who signed me up had been doing this for like a week and a half. She sent me a message about this long about commissions. I asked her what she did, and her message back to me was literally this long. And it was like commissions and bonuses and a thing and products and product rewards and blah, blah, blah. And I was the right person, you guys. I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let me look at the website. Let me look at the products. But like, yes. That being said, you can say all of the right things and that person still may not join your team right now. And that is because it's not the right time for them. Studies show that about every 6 months, people go through a major life change. About every 6 months. And so even if you come across somebody who's like, nope, never, I would never do that, I'm not going to, in 6 months, something major might happen in their life that's like, oh crap, you know what? I was talking to Tiani that one time on Facebook, and I know I told her basically to shove off because I wasn't interested, but I think I am interested, and they're gonna message you. You know what I mean? So following up is super important. Another thing with your follow-up, guys, and I know that you'll see this phrase a lot and we'll talk about it a lot, it's like follow-up Friday. And you should follow up on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, because a lot of people get paid. A lot of people are off on the weekends. But don't wait till Friday. If you talk to somebody on Saturday and then you're waiting to follow up with them until Friday, you've completely fallen out of their head. You know how many times a week I get text messages like 2 days later who are like, I'm sorry, who is this? Like, they didn't even save my number, y'all, you know? So if you're not checking in with them and being like, hey, it's me, we talked about you ordering products, blah, blah. They're human beings. They got kids, work, school, spouses, dogs, like they've got all kinds of things going on in their life, and it's not personal. It's not personal. Oh yes, sounds good, Angelica. Have a good luck. You got this. Just gonna go follow up with somebody. So so following up is super important. There's a few different ways you can follow up, and there's a few different methods for following up. But my favorite is just either at night or in the morning, whenever you have whatever timing is better for you to sit down and work your business for 10 minutes. For some people, they can wake up before their kids. My son wakes up at 5:30. I've decided to stop trying to struggle bus waking up before him to do anything and just do the majority of my work after he goes to sleep. So right now, when we get off this Zoom, I'm going to go into my Facebook Messenger and I'm going to look at all the conversations that I had today and I'm going to write them in a notebook. And then tomorrow, when I sit down to do my work, I'm going to start with following up with people who are in that notebook. And I'm going to work my way backwards. Sometimes people will give you a day, like they'll say like Friday, I get paid Friday. You can write them down in a planner for Friday. You can set it a reminder on your phone for Friday. But a lot of times people won't. They won't just be like, this is the day. They'll be like, oh, I get paid, next week. Or they'll stop talking to you. You won't even get to the part where you ask them when you can follow up. You send them the price and they're like, and you're like, okay, you're going on my follow-up list. So the very next day, I would send something easy and quick. Hey girl, just checking back with you. Did you have any more questions? Hey, I just wanted to make sure that sent over okay. Did you get that info that I sent you? Most of the time, they're just going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, sorry, I blah, blah, blah. They're not actually trying to ghost you or ignore you. They're really not. They're people. Dog barfed on the carpet. The kid threw a tantrum. They fell asleep while they were looking at their phone. How many of us do that? So the important thing to remember is just, it's not their job to remember, it's your job to remember. They're not the one who's making money off of this. Yeah, they're going to get amazing products and hopefully they'll join your team and then they'll start making money off of this. But as of right now, they're not making money off of this. So it's your job to remember and be consistent and follow up with them. So you will have to find a follow-up system and a follow-up schedule that makes sense for you. I know some people that are like all digital, they put everything in their phone. I'm a paper and pen girl. I have a 3-ring notebook. It's sitting over there with all of my potentials names in the back one. Then I cross off names as they, tell me no thanks or as they sign up. And then I'm adding new names to it every single day. And that's your KPIs. And I know it took me 47 minutes to go over all of it, but that's about how long it should take you to do all of it. And that probably sounds crazy to those of you who just listen to me say everything that you have to do, but you will get this down. You will get this down, you will use your boards, you will use the tools, and you will be able to do this entire list in 60 minutes. Now, if you do this entire list in 60 minutes and then you have more time to work your business, you can do more. You can do more. You can get up more host to posts. You can add more people. You can put more stuff in your story. You know what I mean? But you don't have to, Crystal, this is really good. Find a follow-up system quickly. Don't get discouraged just because the one thing didn't work for you. I got discouraged when a few didn't work, and instead of trying, I just gave up, and now it's taken me 2 years to get a system going. Yeah, because once you've already talked to like 100 people, you're like, what do I do? Like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know where to follow up with them. So write them in a notebook, and if the notebook doesn't work, you know what? I will share a secret with you guys if you're more of like phone people. If you get their phone numbers, you can get this app called Reach, REACH, and you can put them in groups, and then you can send text messages, follow up. And I do that all the time. Like everyone who I talked to in August is in one group, and I send them a text message. That's a good tip if you're getting people's phone numbers. I also talk to a lot of people on Facebook, and so I just write down their names. You know, I try to get phone numbers. I try to just say something like, hey, you know, what's your number? I'll text you. Don't, if you make it weird, don't make it weird. Just don't be weird about it. Just be like, hey, okay, for sure. What's your number? I'll text you. And then I usually give them my phone number. Yeah, Connect has the same thing. I like Connect. You should use Connect. I'm salty at Connect because I set it all up and then they updated it and I lost everything. So you should use Connect. It's a great tool, but I'm mad at it and haven't restarted it because I don't want to get gypped again of my time and effort. So nothing against it. It's a great tool. Hope's just not ready to reinvest her hard-earned time into it at this moment. We've had some issues. The follow-up dates is amazing. And I will say that I use Connect to follow up with my customers all the time, because once you enroll a customer, your Connect app is going to give you messages to send them. Hey, did you get your products yet? Hey, your second shipment is almost going to come out, like updates like that. And that's really, really useful for customer retention. I'm pretty bad at messaging my customers, to be honest with you, once they're signed up. So Connect is really useful, really, really useful for that. So come up with a follow-up list. You're going to follow up the next day. Somebody asked me, the next day, I literally just say, hey, just wanted to check back with you. And then usually I'll add like, did you have any more questions, or did you get to watch that video, or whatever it was that we left off at. And then, you know, at some point, you know, if it's like I sent them the price, oh, okay, is it just the money that's holding you back? Like, don't be afraid to ask these questions, guys. Oh, is it the money holding you back? Everyone will be like, yeah. And then you're going to be like, that's why I started the business. You want to make some money with me? We have all of these objections in the boards. There's a board called objections, and it's every single thing that somebody can say to you. No income for the business. No income for the products. Like, it's right there for you. So don't be afraid of the no, and don't be afraid to get to the bottom of it. Objections are just objections, and everyone has the same ones. So pick the one that your person has and send them the response, and they'll come around when they're ready. Oh, Shamim, that was drawn by Miss Jillian, who's on our team. I do not have an app for that. There are so many handy things that you can find people do for you on the internet, and that was just a fancy one. So I think that's everything. Any more questions about KPIs? About the actual specifics of like what the KPIs are? That's all of them. Yeah, don't just stop the conversation when they say no. There's always a way to turn it around. If they said no to the bit, you know, if they say no to the products, ask them for a host to post. If they say no to the business, you can follow up with them and ask about the products. You know, there's all different ways. So if you're not sure how to respond to a no, take a screenshot and send it to your upline. Like one of us will have a response for you 100%. Hear no all the time. Love that. Thanks, Crystal. Okay, so the last thing that I want to leave you guys with, then we have just like a few more minutes until our hour is up, and then I have to finish my KPI list for the day, is just that you should be able to do this list in 60 minutes. That doesn't mean that if you're trying to multitask and do a bunch of things at once, it's going to be that easy. The reason that this is going to take 60 minutes is because you're sitting down for 30 minutes in the morning and only doing this, or 30 minutes in the evening and only doing this. You will be amazed at how much you can actually get done in 10 minutes when that's all you're doing. I have 10 minutes. I'm making a post, I'm messaging 20 people, and I'm sending follow-ups. You will get all of it done plus some interacting, plus some adding people. If you just sit down, you can set a timer. This is something that I learned from my friend Allie Wright, who's a double diamond. And I honestly need to get back into it. She uses her phone and she sets a stopwatch. So not a timer, or I'm sorry, it's not a stopwatch, it's a timer. And she goes to her timers and she sets it for, I think she said 2 hours. And when she starts working, she presses start. And then she goes and she works. But if her kids distract her, or she has to get up, or she uses the bathroom, she hits pause. And then every single day, when she's working, this timer is going down. When she's not working, it's not. And she does not stop until the timer hits 0. Now for you, if you're brand new and you're like 2 hours, that's so many, set it for 60 minutes. Set it for an hour so that you can, at the end of the day, tell yourself, I spent a full intentional hour making my posts, sending my messages, responding to comments, doing my follow-ups, and then adding people, interacting. The personal development should be outside, because I can do my personal development when I'm not working. I do it when I'm chasing my kid around, when I'm cleaning my house. I have it in my headphones or on my Alexa. Who's not her name? Alexa, stop. So I think that's it. If we need to do another Zoom about intentionality and consistency, we definitely can. I just want to do the basics tonight. That way there's a new updated version of what our basic tasks are. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube. And I appreciate you guys all getting on so much. This was awesome.